I assume that you know these two things, that how JavaScript works. JavaScript has two components. One is, we can say, front end. So front end means our browser itself has some engine which is used to run this JavaScript. But when Node.js came, it is a game changer. Basically, it enables JavaScript to run without browser, and that opens a new horizon. And that's how Node.js became a backend language. Also means we can use JavaScript to create backend servers, because we got a external environment, that is a node environment outside of browser, that can handle the code outside of browser, and that's how we are going to create the servers which listens for the request and response. Okay, so now just a simple thing, like as I said, you have, if you have to learn literally, if you have to mug up the details, you can go to any resource and have the idea. But here I am just to give you the feel of how asynchronous programming works and how JavaScript handles the single threaded. So there is not much change. Okay, same. So how Node.js handles multiple requests, so it is also same like the concurrency now. So here also event loop is there, call stack is there, callback queue is there, and instead of web API we got a libop thread pool. Okay, I'm going to explain. Okay, so as I said, event loop always runs and it looks for the call stack. If something in call stack, it is going to handle that immediately. And if something related to callback is there, so obviously callback callbacks are there, but in backend we got some heavy operations which are IO bound. IO bound means we need some more time, some more CPU consumption, so to be able to complete these operations. Like backend is going to be interact with database, and there is some networking things also that is going to be handled by backend, and these things need some more time. Okay, so these things we can assume this as some time taking operations, and we can assume this as some asynchronous operation, because obviously if something is taking time, best to put it on a asynchronous function, because synchronously if we will do, then it is going to block our thread. Okay, and our main aim is to unblock our main thread so that it kept running and it will kept serving the other things, other important things. Okay, so event loop is continuously running. It is looking out for call stack and callback queue continuously. If call stack is not empty, it is going to execute that immediately, and if it is empty, it is going to look for callback queue, and if something is there in callback queue, it is going to put that in call stack, and it is going to display the output. Okay, instead of like in front end, web API is there which is used to help us for the asynchronous operation. Here we got libop thread pool. Okay, and libop pool is our helper which got some helper threads, and this we can configure. But yeah, by default I think 2 threads are there, but let's have some example with 4th thread. Libop pool got some threads, and same like whenever event loop continuously check for call stack, if call stack is empty or not, like if something is call stack, it will execute that immediately. Okay, so if our main thread in the Node.js, it encounters some heavy operation, and when I am saying heavy operation mean, in front end we are saying like callback and promises, but in backend we got input output bound operation. And what input output bound means, in backend we have to communicate with database, we have to do some network related operations, and th that's what that is going to take some time. And obviously if something is taking time means it is somehow related to callback, and all that means it is somehow it is going to be handled asynchronously, means we have to wait for that. So till the time the asynchronous things or the heavy things are getting executed, we don't want to block our main thread. Nah, we don't want to block our main thread, and that's where the asynchronous and the single thread everything like got in everything came into picture. Okay, means if some time taking operations are there, we are going to upload it to Liverpool, and same there we are uploading it to web API. Here Liverpool is going to take care of all the like the time taking operations, and our event loop or main thread is going to take care of the straightforward things and whatever they are in the call stack. Okay, So whenever some bigger operations are there, obviously we are going to upload it to the Liverpool, and even the event loop is continuous with the straightforward tasks. And once this Liverpool, obviously Liverpool says multiple worker thread, and once we got a request for handling a heavy operation, it is going to be assigned like one of his three worker thread, and that thread is going to take care that big operation in background, same as web API is doing in our browser. So here Liverpool is going to take care of that in background. And once it so meanwhile you can have that feel in your subconscious mind that okay, our event loop is continuously going for the straightforward task that is present in call stack, and our if something uh, um, bigger operation comes or some time consuming operation comes, it is uploading it to Liverpool. And once the Liverpool thread has completed that bigger task, so it will simply notify it will simply send one notification that okay, my task is complete. So obviously that result will be put in the call stack, and obviously our main thread is continuously looking for the call stack. So eventually that the result for the that bigger operation is going to be taken care, because this is how, even if JavaScript has a single thread, but due to this asynchronous handling and due to this boy like sorry, due to this guy Liverpool, it is handling the bigger tasks simultaneously, and our main thread is not, our single thread is not blocked for some time consuming operation. And by using this, our Node.js is able to handle millions of requests at a time, and which is a necessity for today's world, because everywhere we need scalability and we need more users. More users should be handled concurrently. Okay, so I hope that you got some clarity that how Node.js handles for the asynchronous things, and how Node.js is handling that, even if it is single threaded, how it is handling the multiple concurrent requests. So yeah, that's all. And if you have some suggestion, if you have something that you can suggest that I can improve in my video or related to my explanation style, so feel free to drop your thoughts on the comment section. And whatever, if you have any extra learnings or any extra thing that you want to add up, so that my audience will come to know that, or they can interact, so just put up that things in the comment section. And yeah, bye.
I have tried to make JavaScript little bit more predictable. So from now onwards, if you are seeing any input output based question in JavaScript, just try to run up this concept in back of your mind, and I am sure that you will be able to come up with the correct output. So keep developing, keep building.